Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be revisiting the video that we did yesterday and where we think this price action is going. But first, before we jump into that, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to show your support, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. Okay, so let's jump into this price action. So this is still my preferred count where I think that we are currently looking to form this wave 2 to the upside here. And this we would be assuming is going to, because we have had this 5 wave move here, we'd be looking for a zigzag to complete this to this move to the upside. So we do have an alternative where we're looking for a breakout out of this count, but I do think that this is the most likely one, though we'll still need to just monitor it and see how we progress. Okay, so basically what we were looking for is the potential we're going to have something like this as an ABC to the upside within this move. And if I just quickly switch over to this option here. Now this may look complicated at first, but I'll explain what all these lines are. Basically what we'd be looking at is this is a 5 wave move here, looking for this as a 3 wave move, and when we have a 5 wave move to start, we'd be expecting a secondary 5 wave move to the upside. So what we'd be looking for is something to this effect where we get this 5 wave move to the upside. We're going to go over this now, and what we'd be looking at is, so these are just these lines that are over here on the right hand side. Um, these are just common fib areas of this A wave. So this is potentially places that the C wave could look to fall short. So this would be the 0.618 down here at 1761. And then we have these other price points on the way up all the way to the 121, which would take us towards the 17381 zone. So that's what we're looking for within this move. We're looking for that potential that we have within the C wave. Dropping below the 16,559 would invalidate that potential. Okay, so if I just switch this over again and we put on the 5 wave move to the upside, the way we'd be looking at this move so far is I'd be looking at this as a 5 wave move into here, and then this is a potential wave 2. So if this is a wave 2, then we wouldn't want to drop back below this to 16,731 zone. And basically we'd want to start looking for progress to the upside from here. It is also possible that potentially we get a more complex shape and we look to break down further and look to target out the 16,727 to the 16,630 area. Though, like I said, we can't come down past the 16,525. And what this might look like is we could potentially look at something like this where we look to come down here towards the 16,667, and this would effectively just be an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave to the downside again. And that, like I said, that could literally take us into this box. We could have already retraced enough to satisfy this, and we could be looking to be within this third wave. We don't have a lot of structure to go with so far, so we just have to see whether we hold the 1673 zone. 16,731 zone. If I'd come down here into a smaller time frame, we can see that it is quite choppy within this move, and it is possible that we could be looking at this maybe as a wave 1 to the upside, followed by a wave 2, and then we're forming an additional 1-2 situation here. What we would want though, given the current structure, would be a move. I think this has got another leg to the downside here, so it's possible it moves up some more. But we could be looking for, let me just pull this fib off of here. For one. So we could look for a move potentially down to the 16,769 zone. And if I drop the secondary fib onto this, what we could then be looking for is a move above the 16,980 zone. And if that were to take place, potentially what we could have within this move is a move to the upside in a 1, looking down for a 2, and then looking for that third wave to the upside, followed by a fourth wave and a fifth wave to the upside. I don't think I have that on the right place. I think I need to go down slightly with this. Yeah, somewhere there. Let me just check that again so we can get this. Let's go on to the 618. That's a common area. So 618, if I get rid of the secondary fib here for a second, the 618 retracement would take us to the 16,813, which we've already pretty much come down to. Though the structure within this is looking like we could have a small push back up and then an additional leg to the downside. So it is possible that we look to target out between the 16,813 to the 16,790 zone, and then look for potentially a move to the upside again. If that move does take place, what we'd then be looking for is the potential of moving up past this 17,000 zone, which would indicate that we have a wave 3 situation here, and then we'd be looking for a fourth and a fifth wave to the upside, which could potentially look to take us up to this zone here of this 17,060 to this 17,027. If this does play out though, as we've got it indicated here, then we would have to look at this potentially as an additional 1 and 2 here. With all of this being a 3, would look to retrace for fourth wave, and then we'd look to push back up to the upside. If this was to take place, basically what we would be looking for then is a potential move up towards, let's just throw this fib onto this high point here, bring it back down. So potentially up here to the 17,127 to the 17,082 area. So this could technically complete a move here now, because what we'd be looking at is the fact that we could have basically a ABC to the upside, and then this could be a completed move. This would be the zone we'd be looking to target out. And if I zoom out here slightly, we can see that the typical wave 3 zone that we'd be looking for would be this 17,236. And if we were instead looking at this as a B, and a C to the upside, potentially instead of a bigger 5-wave move like we have plotted out here, what we could be looking at then is this is A, this is a B, and this is a C wave to the upside. So if that does take place, effectively what we would have here then is just an ABC to the upside. So we'd have an ABC to the downside, we have an ABC to the upside, which would then potentially lead us to a 5-wave move to the downside. And what we'd be looking at then is potentially looking to come down as a flat correction. Obviously, if there's any extensions within this move and we do manage to move up towards the 17,236 zone, we could potentially look for this 5-wave move to play out. But if we don't manage to, and we just have this as an A, a B, and a C up, effectively we would just have 2 3-wave moves here, which takes the top of this level here, and would have to be on the lookout for a 5-wave move down as a flat correction. If this does take place, what we'd potentially be looking at is the potential to move down towards this back into the 16,000. Actually, no, sorry, I've got that in the wrong place. This would still be actually off this high point here. We'd have to come back down to this low point. And we could be looking to come back and retest the 16,654 area all the way down to the 786 zone. If this is to be an expanding flat though, what we would be on the lookout for here would be the potential of moving down towards, if I just put this onto this A wave, move this back up to this zone here. So a typical area of retracement for a expanding flat would be between this 1382 and this 1618 area. So this could potentially look to target down towards the 786 zone if we do look to move back to the downside like this. If that's the case, then what we would be looking for is a potential move upwards after this plays out. And what we would effectively look at here, if I clean up some of this mess here now, so effectively, if we can't reach this impulsive move, if I just actually remove it, it's probably going to make it easier. We could still have the potential of an A, a B, and a C like we have marked out here. In which case, what we would be looking for there is an additional 5-wave move from this point once it completes to give us a zigzag to the upside, which could look to target into this red box area of the 17,234 to the 17,891 area. If that's the case, this could be a completed move, and then we'd be looking for that third wave to drop. until we get more structure, it's a little bit iffy, this move. And for as long as we hold these low points here, we could also be looking at potential extensions here of this being a 1-2, then this is a 1. Maybe we've not completed this 2 and we actually need to come down slightly more here, and then look for that move to the upside. Though, like we said before, the actually, let me do it this way. If I get this one on, remove these. There we go. So this is what we're looking for, the potential of having a bigger 5-wave move to the upside here, though it's not very likely in my opinion. We could be looking to have a move up like this. If I go back onto the hourly, it'll actually show all the price points. There we go. So this could potentially develop as a bigger 5-wave move here, though it's not very likely in my opinion. But as long as we hold this 16,559 and the 16,731 zone, it is still possible. This, like I said before, this could become a 1-2, and then we'd be looking for that wave 3 to the upside. So we just need to bear that in mind. We do have some potential for a breakout here, but it is very unlikely in my opinion. I do think that we are just going to be moving up into this red box zone here indicated, and then we will be looking for that rejection to the downside. Okay, so I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you'd like to keep up to date, please turn on that bell notification so you never miss a video. In the description, you'll find a link to BYBIT. This is one of the best exchanges in our opinion. It's the one that we use when we're doing our trading, whether that's leverage trading or just spot trading. It really is a great exchange. And also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come join? It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just add mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so all that said and done, I hope everyone has a great day and we'll see you in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.